I don't know if you can hear me. It's very loud in here. I'm going to switch between a couple different cameras. Let me get this. We're going to walk around and talk to some people. We're at the Final Cut Pro Creative Summit Expo night. It's very loud in here. I'm not sure if anybody can even hear me, but we're going to walk around. My other camera, we're going to walk around and do some interviews the best we can with my iPhone 15 Pro Max. Let me switch. Wait a minute. Then you get, the weird thing is, here's the weird thing. I can't turn this camera on because it's going to Ecamm Live. If I turn the camera on, let me.
Is it live stream to Facebook?
It is right now, but it's. Now we're on this microphone. So now, I think I can do it now. I don't have any thing here. It's connected to my MacBook. So, yeah. Don't you? Got it.
I want to do the shallow depth of field.
Oh yes. So here we are at the Final Cut Pro Creative. Yeah, we got. I don't have anything on.
Now you're good.
Huh?
Now you're good. See?
Yeah, we can turn that around so I can watch that. I'm going to have to bring everybody up here to the desk.
All right.
Because this is that wireless connection to my iPad. Yeah. So what'd you think about the Creative Summit?
I think it's been a really great Creative Summit. A lot of energy.
It is.
More energy than I felt for a while, and I feel like this is like the biggest one in terms of sheer numbers of people.
Yeah, it is. It has been. And the Final Cut Pro team yesterday seemed very energized and very exuberant, to say the least. And this whole crowd, I think, is as well.
Yeah, and I've been monitoring Twitter/X, and I noticed there's a lot of hashtags about this event going out. Lots of them.
Yes.
And I think that's good because it's showing people that there's a very vibrant, passionate community of Final Cut Pro users. You know, Final Cut Pro is far from dead, and people need to realize Apple doesn't do the same. They don't operate the way Blackmagic or Adobe operates.
Right.
They don't.
Right.
They just don't operate that way.
They don't. It's very true. And when I talk to people and they say, "Oh, I'm going to switch to Blackmagic, or I'm going to switch to Premiere," and I say, it's not a zero-sum game. You don't have to switch. You can use both, which is what I do.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I use Final Cut primary,
and then
Blackmagic secondary, and then LumaFusion. Those are my three favorites.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting with LumaFusion. They're usually here at this event.
I know.
For whatever reason, and I was talking to Justine on the bus yesterday, and she was saying that one of the things she likes about it is that she could start on her phone. Because she mentioned So she wants. I don't know if it'll happen. But she wants Final Cut Pro on her phone. She said that in a thing. I don't know, but LumaFusion does run on a phone.
Oh yeah.
And for her, she wants to rough something out and then send it over to her Mac. And by the way, LumaFusion on the Mac, you send a project from the phone over. It's literally 1-to-1. Everything you do on your phone is there, and then you can go back the other direction too.
Oh, not only that, the phone, the Mac, Chromebooks, and Android.
See, that's to me a huge selling feature of LumaFusion.
Yes.
For mobile filmmaking.
Yes.
Now will Apple get there? I don't know. But all I know is if people need that workflow right now, it's great. In fact, people don't realize how good a multicam editor LumaFusion has. They worked on it for years, and it's still, I'm just going to say it, it's a better multicam editor than the one that's built into Final Cut.
Right. Well, Final Cut's version 1.
It is version 1, but I'm saying right now, the way it works with all the the colored rolls, you can see all your cuts. It's really well implemented.
I love that. When I made a multicam, it automatically color coded every clip differently. You know, automatically they were all different colors.
Yeah.
With LumaFusion, I really like that.
Yeah.
Logic can do that too. You can choose to create different colors for your tracks. So that was really cool. But scrolling timeline.
What's that?
Scrolling timeline.
Yeah, I know you've been wanting a scrolling timeline.
I was shocked. I saw that icon when they put it up on the screen. Is that a? Yes, it was.
And they implemented it really nice too.
They did.
It was very elegant.
Right.
It wasn't clunky at all. And it drew all the waveforms on the bottom
and they improved the waveforms at the same time because people were saying, well, it's because of the waveforms.
Yeah. It's a lot of good energy, a lot of fun.
Absolutely. And I don't know what it is, but it just seems more energetic than 2019. 2019 was really good, except for no update to Final Cut.
I know. You walked around kind of mopey.
I was. My expectations were really lower.
Yeah. When you came here, were your expectations like at the bottom or lower? Where were they?
My expectations were low.
Right.
But I still wanted something to happen. You know what I mean? I'm not going to worry about it if it doesn't happen. But if it does, raise my expectations back up, and that's exactly what's happened.
Good.
And it's not only the scrolling timeline; it's also the connected secondary storyline. What do they call that?
Collapse to secondary storyline.
Yeah. And that's like a compound clip in a secondary storyline because the clips can overlap. They can be on different lanes.
I just think I work that way. I cut a bunch of B-roll and they overlap.
Right.
And it's like what I call this staircase.
Right.
And then I don't like that, so I end up trimming them back or what have you. But now I don't have to do that anymore. I just select it and it goes boom, and it makes all the edits. So whatever the priority clip is, that's the one, right?
That's a good feature. I forgot about that part. Not only that, but it opens up in the timeline. It doesn't go to another timeline like when you double click a compound clip or double clip a multi-clip.
Yeah.
Right in place in the timeline. Stays there.
Yeah. I think it's going to save just tons and tons of clicks. For me, I love it because I usually cut all my B-roll as connected clips.
Right, exactly.
It's good.
And also the rolls, color separation between the video and audio. I guess I didn't realize before that the audio rolls would dominate the color.
Well, they always are because the rolls are primarily an audio thing,
True.
So, I mean, the fact that you can tag your video has all kinds of use cases for me.
Yeah, absolutely. And what else is there?
There was an improved machine learning for their tracker.
Okay.
And we saw that, and that's pretty incredible. You can have people walk behind like things, and it still tracks.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I missed that. I know.
You weren't watching the same thing I did?
No, I don't know about the missing part. I don't know about the improved with mental machine learning, but I didn't know about the missing.
No, I'm just saying their machine learning is much better now for tracking, so it's going to be good.
Yes.
And then they had one other feature, segmented export for HEVC and H.264.
So does that use different cores or something on the...
I think it might, I don't know, but I think it might be using different cores. It's taking the whole timeline and breaking it down so you can get faster output.
And then the iPad...
And I think that's a direct thing at Adobe because, it's well known that Adobe's timelines if they're not crashing when you try to export, it literally takes forever.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, I don't know. Just kind of just a little bit of fill-in information there.
Yeah. What does this comment over here say? Oh, the audio is a bit delayed. Well, I can't help that.
It's a live stream.
It's a live stream. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
It's also filming.
Yeah.
It's also filming at the same time I'm recording on.
Yeah.
It's like this big circle thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how to. I wasn't planning on using it with Ecamm, but it's working out. Look,
it's fine. You got all your phones.
Whatever. It's a live stream.
Yeah, it is.
I'm going to show people what it's like, the actual event as it's happening.
Now, you got that on a gimbal, you can actually probably use software to move it all around so you can see the whole room.
Yeah, yes, but I can't do it because if I do that, it'll disconnect. It'll become blurry. I tried it already.
All right, just wondering.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, this is nice. It protects crap from getting inside your keyboard.
Oh my God!
You ought to see my keyboard. It's got crumbs.
I know, and that's when I got that for that.
Yeah.
But you know what else happened when I brought this MacBook Pro? I have it in a darker studio, and it was so much dust on the screen when I brought it out of the studio.
I usually clean my screen every 2 months or whatever.
Right.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
But then it's there's spit marks, and I'm sorry, dust, and it's
coffee.
It's nasty. Yeah, coffee. I know.
But it was so dusty. It was so incredibly dusty.
I know. And then especially when you bring in the light, you're like, ugh.
Mark, look, I can't see anything there. I got a monitor over there.
He's doing Ecamm.
See that phone's connected wirelessly to the MacBook Pro.
Right now?
Yeah, streaming like that. So the phone is connected wirelessly to Ecamm Live.
To Ecamm Live.
Ecamm Live, okay. That is. And if I touch the screen, it'll go blurry here. I gotta leave that.
So this is your monitor.
Yeah, well, that's for right now. Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing it, but it just happened. I like Ecamm Live a lot for broadcasting, but I figured I'll walk around with it a little bit, but I can't monitor it.
So you can't walk. How far away can you go?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you know?
I don't know. No, we do our live shows with Ecamm Live. We love it. It's switching and everything is fantastic.
Absolutely.
Use it for that.
Yeah. So what did you think about the update?
I thought it was great that there was an update. That there's progress being made, and it sounds like they're working hard, and I'm looking forward to more.
Yeah.
I always want to see more. That's all I can say is I'd like to see more.
Well, the thing is, I tell people is this is 10.7.0, not completed 10.7. This is the beginning of the 10.7 era.
Yeah, because kind of you assume, 10.7 sounds like a big thing to be like a whole bunch of big features.
Right.
And there weren't. There was a couple of things. They're great. They're interesting. They're useful things. And I think we'll keep seeing more. So I'm like, stay tuned. I mean, the fact is, it's a great app. I love the app. The development process has been frustratingly slow relative to the other options in the market, but it's the best option in the market as far as I'm concerned.
They have the magnetic timeline is so hard to get away from. I mean, it's really hard to go. I've used DaVinci Resolve,
right?
But it's so hard. That and the live skimming is so effective.
And one of the sessions I did today was how you can live skim without selecting anything and clicklessly keyword and rate clips super quickly, which that whole process of the metadata in the browser and how you can organize everything there before you put a single thing in the timeline has been the biggest mind shift for me to get away from just throwing a bunch of stuff in the timeline and then figuring out where to put it, because you get it organized up front and then your first string out is pretty much the bones of your story.
Right.
It's
like a rough cut, right?
Yeah, and it's so much faster. You just do the little bit of that organization up front, and everything else kind of falls into place.
Now,
after that.
what was that one thing they put into motion? Something from Final Cut, they updated motion?
Well, they updated the machine learning model for the object tracker.
Okay.
Is updated in both Final Cut Pro and Motion.
Okay.
So they have that, and they both also support this multi-threaded H.264, HEVC exports that can export projects much faster.
When they say multi-threaded, that's not cores. They're different cores. I don't understand.
I don't know. All I know is they say, like, at least in Final Cut, when you export your timeline, it's exporting multiple chunks of the timeline simultaneously.
Okay.
And then reassembling it all together.
Okay.
So that's, to me, the multi-threaded part of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't understand threaded versus cores versus.
I'm not a big tech guy.
I know some tech.
Yeah.
I know more audio gear and stuff, and camera gear, and gimbals and stuff. But I don't know Chris Hawking level.
Yeah, he's deep in it. He's deep in it. Yeah.
And scrolling timeline. I was shocked when I saw that icon yesterday. The
scrolling timeline. No, I saw you. I was sitting a few rows behind you, and you did this hallelujah thing.
I was going give me some credit here. But I saw the icon, and I said, is that, before they said it, I said, is that a scrolling timeline?
Boom. Boom, there you go.
I knew, I guess I figured it would come at some point, but I didn't know it was going to be in 10.7.
I think what they do is they don't want to release something until they've really got it right.
Right.
And I think that's a great example, because a scrolling timeline, to work right, has to redraw all those waveforms.
Exactly.
He has to redraw all those thumbnails.
Exactly.
You have to be able to smoothly go back and forth between using and not using it. I think they really had to think through all the use cases and all the technology requirements to make it happen. I think they do that with everything. Like, it's frustrating and slow, but when they do it right.
Yes. Now, it seems like even if you don't use a scrolling timeline, that the waveform redrawing's been improved.
I don't know.
I would think so, because since they improved it for the scrolling timeline.
I would think so. It would be good for everything that you do. But in general, just on the Silicon Macs, it's just so much faster anyway. So, but so who are we talking to right now? Streaming
Facebook
this?
and YouTube and Twitter.
Okay. Well, the thing to me about this whole thing, I mean, the technology's great and the sessions are great, but it's seeing, which nobody can see who's watching this right now, but around us are all these.
I'm going to go walking around blindly.
Okay, great.
Blindly.
So you'll see. It's being with all of you guys and seeing everybody in person that we just talk to online all the time.
Yes. No,
and
absolutely.
It's so fantastic.
Absolutely.
And I think even if there weren't any sessions, people would still come just to hang out. You could just make up sessions. You could just get in a room and say, let's just chat about Final Cut Pro and let's just demo a few things.
Yes.
You don't need to prepare anything. Let's just hang out and have a good time together. So that's what's thrilling about it to me, is to come to this.
I'm just trying to look.
Okay. Well, I think you should get rid of me and you should go.
No, it was great talking to you. We talked about guitars yesterday. Me and you and Mike.
We sure did. Yeah.
Absolutely. Fantastic, Mark. Thanks a lot.
Good to see you, man.
Thank you. All right, let me get back down here and see what's going on. Okay, so the idea is I'm going to walk around blind, meaning my camera, I don't have anything on that screen. I have to monitor through my MacBook Pro. So let me pull some more people over here and we'll do some more interviews. This is live at the Final Cut Pro Expo, Expo night. Let me. Mike Yanovich. Yes, absolutely. So
have you met Richard?
I had to show up because of Richard.
Oh, fair enough.
I got him to come on the last couple of days, right before the deadline. Come on over here.
Hey.
This is the only way I can monitor.
I'm wearing my Pixie shirt.
So come on over this way. The camera's right here.
Am I in the shot? No, I'm not in the shot.
Here, come on. Here we go.
Okay.
Why don't you guys go first? I'll go when you're done.
Okay,
Right.
sounds good. Come on over here.
Hey.
So Tangier,
Yes.
everybody knows you because you've been on multiple shows.
Yes.
Final Cut TV shows, usually with Philip and Brad, Serena, Tony Gallardo sometimes. I try to get Tony to come
Yeah.
I don't know. Texas wouldn't let him leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in the shop now. So what do you think about the update? Be honest.
Okay, I'll be honest.
Let's wait a little more.
It's nice. It's a nice, modest update. I don't feel like I particularly need the scrolling timeline.
Get out of here.
Maybe I'll learn to like it. I'm doing fine without it, but maybe I'll learn to appreciate it. Object tracking, absolutely. I'm very much welcome those improvements. Honestly, I just want to get to the place with Final Cut and Apple where it's not, yay, we got an update. I want something that really just,
I understand.
I
understand, but the thing about 10.7 is this is 10.7.0.
Yes.
This is the beginning of the 10.7 era.
Yes.
The beginning.
Yeah.
Beginning. So the fact that we had, there's like 4 features, scrolling timeline, the secondary storyline, connection,
Yes.
something.
Oh, the compound clips.
Yes.
Bravo.
Yes.
Bravo. That is
They
tremendous.
expand right in place.
Right in place.
Timeline.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That is a huge update.
Now, what about the rolls, colors, audio versus video? Did that ever affect you? Right now, the rolls are basically...
I need to interrupt. You guys are live. I opened up Facebook.
Oh my gosh, yes, that's
I
right.
know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And Tangier didn't know that.
Well, I actually had it up there
What-
for a second.
Now,
Wait, what does that say?
I didn't have my glasses on. I
Put
couldn't
your
read
glasses
it.
on.
They're
Wait,
on
wait.
now. Now I know you're
How do I pull that up really quick?
Facebook.
Wait,
go to-
Facebook is what I saw on
all right.
X-Rays use.
Yeah, I'll get
We're
I'll
live.
get in a second.
This
Apparently
is going
Meta,
over to here,
because I'm showing Meta.
and this is broadcasting. This camera. Oh, there you go.
I look
Brad.
much better that way.
Okay.
Go to.
So I'm sending it to my wife and my dad, the people who probably would want to see it. Anyway, let's keep going.
Yeah. So the rolls color thing. Rolls are basically for audio. So before the audio color would dominate even if you had video.
Yes.
Now they have like video color.
I love this feature. This is going to help out a lot. I can't say it's one of those things like I got along just fine, but it is something that I had hoped for and wanted. It wasn't high on my list. But I think it's going to be very useful to be able to separate out those roles because it automatically tags it as dialogue when you bring it in.
Right.
Another big plus for Apple. These are another one of the example of another one of those like modest updates, but I think initially a lot of us are, yay, it's nice, but once we're in it and we really work with it, we'll say, oh, actually, no, this is more of a significant feature than we thought.
Right. So when you're doing like a 1 hour, 2 hour video,
Yeah.
before the new update, you had to do this something.
Oh, yeah.
Now you don't have to.
Now I don't have to.
Now you don't have to. Just
Yep.
waveforms are right there. Because I
And it's
edit by
just right there.
waveform, even though I'm doing
Well,
video.
So I have to give I wish he were here. I wish I could meet him in person. To me, he's part of the Final Cut community. There is a incredibly smart guy named Joe Marler, who has been on the forums and been on boards. And if there's one person I wish was here, he could, when you talk about the waveforms, and that the timeline is scrolling and it's now completely drawing,
Yes.
right, all the
Yes,
time.
exactly.
And so Joe's really good at getting down to kind of what Final Cut is doing at a CPU level, memory level, analyzing the data, sending that to Apple. And so I hope he sees this update and hopes because we talk about these kinds of things. It's such a big efficiency update. Although I do question what we weren't told is what machine do you need for that kind of performance to really happen? Is it limited to Apple Silicon?
Good question, but at some point it's going to be.
Oh, of course.
At some point, whether that's
course.
2023 or 2024, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I would think that it should work even on Intel because Apple is still supporting Intel, both
Yeah.
with the Mac OS and with Final Cut.
Yeah.
So I would think.
Yeah.
And you can turn it off. If
Right.
the
You don't have
machine
you're
is
not
slow,
locked into
turn
it.
it off. Right.
Yeah. It's a nice update.
It
I
absolutely
can't, but I have to admit, I'm also thinking, okay, we're at 10.7. How many more numbers and updates before we get to
11.
the big 11? And what is that going to look like?
Well, my guess is that 11 will be a paid upgrade.
Oh, don't.
11.
Okay,
12
yeah.
years,
No, that
12
makes
years.
sense. That makes sense.
You
Yeah.
don't want subscription.
No.
So a paid update.
No.
I'm not putting anything in their minds they aren't thinking about. But if they go to 11 and rebuild it once again from the ground up, no problem paying for it again.
Yeah.
12 years, 13 years.
Speaking of subscription, I will admit and concede that I've known about Final Cut on the iPad.
Right.
Because I just like a lot of screen real estate for productivity.
Yes.
I have not really had a lot of interest in it, even though I have LumaFusion.
Yeah.
After the summit, I'm a little more interested.
Me too.
In at least playing with a little bit.
Me too.
I'm interested.
When I saw it.
Yeah, I think I need to.
I like
to get-
LumaFusion better still because I can use it on my phone. And it's amazing
Yeah.
you can edit
Yeah.
so effectively on your phone with LumaFusion.
Well, several people did say something really important about Final Cut and the iPad that I never even considered. They said, well, look at it this way. You can formulate your ideas during production on set, but what's good is that you can actually hand an iPad to somebody else that might be working with you and say, here, take a look at it and go away and get them off of your back.
Oh,
I
that's
said,
a good point.
that's kind of a good point, actually.
Good point.
That's a good point.
That's a good
but I am interested in it. I think there's a lot of good about it. There's some things I'm curious about just in terms of the way philosophically the Apple creates their interfaces, why they reversed
Layouts.
the layout
Inspector
from
and
Final Cut.
I don't know.
What the thinking was behind that.
I don't know.
love the jog wheel
I
that
do too.
that you can write. And I think about my own daughter when I tried to give her my laptop with a bigger screen than her iPad Pro, and she still prefers her iPad Pro for all of her schoolwork.
Right.
All of it, even though it's a smaller screen.
I completely understand that. They grew up with touch. I completely understand
Yeah,
that. So,
it's great.
thank
Enjoy
you very
myself.
much,
Thanks,
Tangier.
Richard.
We will be talking again.
Absolutely.
I'm so glad.
And I'm glad you got me here, Richard. I know you. We got to meet in person.
Yes, that's fantastic. Thanks,
Thank
Tangier.
you. Thank you.
All right. Come on up. Come on over here and look.
Hi, Richard.
This is a live feed.
I know now.
No, I was talking to her. So, you
Yes.
are world famous,
No,
LA famous.
not even. There's a lot of famous people in LA. I don't make that list.
What level of fame are you? Final Cut Pro famous.
There's big Final Cut Pro famous, and then I'm down here.
No, you're not that.
It's a small community.
But you're not. You're such a proponent of Final Cut
I'm a
Pro
big
in
proponent of it. Yes.
Hollywood.
In Hollywood, where very few people listen to me, but I've made some strides and
But
inroads.
the Final Cut Pro community appreciates that.
Good.
They do.
Someone does.
No, they do. I
Great.
do.
And even if nobody appreciated it, I'd be doing it because I think it's the right way to go.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, what did you think about the update?
I'm very happy. There's some really cool stuff in it. Look, we always want more. Right? There's always stuff we don't have.
Yes.
If they gave us 100 things tomorrow, there'd be 100 more I want.
Of course.
But I've noticed in the past 6 months we've had, forget the bug fixes, 3 updates of features. That's faster than once the iPad version came out, they have sped up development, it seems. There's been a lot of updates. Nothing major, but some really nice features they've added.
Absolutely.
So I'm very pleased. I'm expecting more to come.
Yes, this is 10.7.0. This is the beginning
Yeah.
of the 10.7 era.
And I can't wait to see what's coming next.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is the beginning of it.
And I'm not allowed to give details. We're under NDA, but we're allowed to mention. I'm on the Pro industry panel that we meet with the Apple, the Final Cut guys, several times a year and talk about what we'd like to see coming up, what we think is working, what we think we need in the Pro community.
Right.
And it feels we're being listened to.
Okay. When was? Do you have a couple times? You said several times a year.
Yeah.
2 or 3 times a year.
The last time was about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, no, it's cool stuff.
That's fantastic. 2 weeks. I didn't realize it was that that current.
It was recent, yep.
That's fantastic. So the Final Cut Pro team seemed very energized and rejuvenated, or very excited yesterday.
Yeah, I feel that too.
And this whole this summit the same way.
Yeah.
People here are just
There's a really nice turnout.
very nice.
Energetic people. Lot of content
Energy.
to share. Yeah.
It's a lot of
big
energy.
time. Big time.
And FMC has given us lunches. They give us box lunches every day.
Yes, they have. And they have been pretty decent sandwiches.
Absolutely. So
Nice
that's a great
energy.
thing. We certainly want to thank FMC for this.
FMC's been great.
Because without
FMC's great.
FMC, this doesn't happen.
Well, someone has to organize it, and that's their job. But they're
Exactly.
doing a very good job with it.
Yes.
Yes.
And they got to put up, dealing with Apple can't be easy.
I would say it's an
I would
understatement,
say
yes.
it's probably not easy. So the fact that they got this, and we got to go to Apple Campus finally.
We got to go to Apple Campus,
Yeah.
and we got a little tour.
Yes.
And if you remember the tour we got in 19 from the Visitor Center where they told us about it, we got to see some of it close up.
Exactly. They told us
kinda
all
neat.
about the architecture, and this time we got to see it in person.
Yep. And you
Fantastic.
finally got to see it. I've seen it before.
I know you
I
have.
like rubbing that in.
I know. Well, you
Most
say
people don't care, but you can.
you have Tim Cook on your call list.
He only answers my call 1 out of 25 times.
I
But,
see.
he's never answered my call.
I understand.
Wish
I did get a call from Steve Jobs' office one time.
Really?
Yes, I was at
Misdialed.
No.
Yeah.
No. I was out mowing the grass, and my girlfriend came out and said, "You're not going to believe this. Apple's Steve Jobs' office is on the phone." It wasn't Steve Jobs; it was just secretary or whatever. But I had complained about something, and he called. His office called and took care of the problem.
That is very cool.
It was very cool.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on Tim Cook to do that. He hasn't done
You
that
need
yet.
to complain louder.
I got to get a few more calls into him.
All right. You let me know how it goes.
All right.
I've emailed him once or twice. I've never heard back, though.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming somebody there read it.
I'm sure,
Somebody.
yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mike Yanovich.
Thank you, Richard Taylor.
We're good friends anyway. We talk all the time. So,
Yeah. Bye, everybody.
bye, everybody. Just
the frame here. Am I in frame?
here. Come on over toward me.
I don't know if you can see me.
Yeah.
I'm not.
No.
Hi, Richard.
I can do.
I think we're good. I think we're good.
I think we're good.
I think we're.
It's weird because that's connected to.
I need a tall maker. I didn't bring them this time.
Yeah, you're right. You should have wore them on your shoes,
Right. Oh yeah. 2 of them.
like a Dutch shoe.
Yeah.
So what'd you think about the update?
The update on Monday. Was that yesterday?
Yeah.
Feels like a week ago. Oh
I
my
know.
goodness. I thought that we got some solid features.
I
It
agree.
reminds me of 2018 a bit.
Yep.
That Creative Summit where it's wasn't like a letdown, but it wasn't showstopper over the top things. I'm hoping now that the iPad app is out in the world and I'm assuming that took a lot of engineering resources.
Sure.
I'm hoping now that that's out in the world that they can redirect some love towards the things that we want. And I think this update is an indication that they're trying to get back to the features that we've been requesting for 5 years, 7 years, some of them for 10 years.
Yeah, sure.
But, and I'm also I wonder if people that use other NLE software, if the scrolling timeline is a flagship feature or not a feature update or whatever, the first thing they list. I wonder if there's a little bit of what? That's so silly. What do you mean? That's a new feature? But the way that they did it finally is very Apple in that the detailed waveforms and thumbnails redraw so fast, and we were able to see some machines running this.
Yeah.
We
saw Final Cut Pro.
Yeah, we saw 10.7.
We saw 10.7.
And seeing it work so fast when you zoom in and out and how it behaves, it's it seems like a small thing, but I think that they spent some extra effort into something that I don't think other developers would have done. The secret feature, it's not secret. They told us this, but it's not in the press release, is when you match back, I don't know if somebody's already said this on the live stream, but I saw when you match back in the, and you've already got, say in the browser, you're in a keyword, you're in a smart collection. If you shift Z from the timeline in the new update, it will not go to the event level
Shift F.
Shift F, yes. It won't go to the event level, it'll go to the keyword.
Oh, is that right?
They finally did that.
I did hear that. I did hear about that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that is, even though it's not in the press release, like hopefully it'll be in the release notes. I'm sure it will be when we finally get it rolled out.
Mr. Notes is around here somewhere. I'll ask him about that.
Yeah, so I think that is I think that's a fantastic. It's a feature request I directly told the team at Creative Summit in 2017.
There you go.
The other one that year that we talked about was the saving columns, which they did,
Yes,
a couple years
that
ago.
was a really good one.
But this one it's great to see that feedback being incorporated, and then I think the other one for me is, all of them matter, but I think the other one that I think will actually really, really clean up, especially when working with other editors who are maybe not as clean with their edits, is that select clips, and then you can make a secondary storyline or connected storyline that's just cleaned up. And when I work with other editors that pile up their connected clips,
yes,
it's like, oh man, the idea that I'm going to take that and drag it and clean it up is going to be amazing.
Yeah. It's a little bit convoluted.
Now you have to be on
This
camera.
is continuity camera going to my MacBook, and this is broadcasting Ecamm Live.
Yeah.
Going out live now
Yeah, oh yeah.
on YouTube.
And Facebook and Twitter.
Why did it say hedge on there?
Why do I do what?
Yeah.
They're sponsors. They're sponsors of mine. They sponsored me to come to this event. And so does FMC.
Come over here, Chuck. Be on the live stream.
You got to get I got to get you in.
Can we see him? Oh, there he is.
There you
go.
Yeah.
So yeah, the last thing I just say is it was great they got us into Apple Park. They finally did it after
the third time is the lucky one.
Yeah.
They promised us they said in 2018 and 2019 we were going to Apple Park, and then somehow it morphed into one infinite loop. So this is great.
Going to Apple Park was fabulous.
It was.
I loved every minute of it.
I did too. Absolutely.
And did you get your free Mac? Like they
No,
delivered.
Vision Pro. Didn't you get yours? It was under your seat. You're supposed to grab it before you left. You didn't get yours? It's probably still back there.
I can neither confirm nor deny that we all received Vision Pros.
Yeah, we can't talk about that.
No, but the scrolling timeline, that's a pretty big deal.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of other stuff, little stuff that adds up. And, so Final Cut is the way to go, of course.
Absolutely. Now, I'm going to walk around here blind and see how far away I can get with that camera. Can I get away from my MacBook and it'll still connect? Because it's connected via continuity camera.
What?
That's why.
Wi-Fi or what?
I wonder how far away.
So you want me to hang out with the MacBook Pro and let you know if it cuts out?
That'd be great. Well, cuts out, and then to make sure I get my framing somewhat, I have a mic here for me, so I don't need this. Yes.
Right.
So, yeah, that'd be great.
Take a look.
Have a good trip.
You can grab a chair, just go right up there.
What are you going to do about the camera?
I'm taking it with me. See, I can't see because the camera's black, broadcasting to my MacBook. I have to kind of look around. I want everybody to see that. I want people to get a live experience of what's going on here, and
But you have to realize this point in
I'm going to see how far away I can get from my MacBook and still keep this live. I don't know how long it's going to take. Because the screen is black. Continuity camera connected to
Well, the update looks good. It's. I think the roles is going to be the most useful, and this scrolling timeline will be the thing people see most easily. So scrolling timeline's easy to see because it's fast and you can zoom in and out and it worked really well. And the roles thing has a lot of legs because people should be tagging now their video clips with like this is a VFX clip, this is a temp clip, this is copyright problems, you need to check if this is good, this is the client's favorite, don't lose it. All of these things can now be video roles which you can see in the timeline instantly without detaching the audio. So that's a big deal.
What is that? I don't know the name of that thing where the secondary storyline is now connected and it expands. What is that called?
Collapse to secondary storyline, I think?
Yeah, they got to come up with a better name. Something catchy, don't you think? But I don't know what to call it. I know it's like a compound clip in the storyline somehow, but it expands in the timeline. It doesn't jump to another timeline when it expands.
I think I'm okay with Collapse, and it is a connected storyline, so it's fine.
And what people have to realize is this is 10.7.0. The beginning of the 10.7.
Yeah, and I think there have been decent features in the little updates, and I think, I don't want to ding Apple for putting stuff like voice isolation in 10.6.3, whereas that was a major feature that they could have held back for a major release. So I think if you add up the major, like all the things that came since 10.6.0, we did get a significant number of feature releases. We just got them when they were ready. But, I mean, it'd be nice to have a big wow release, but at the same time, it's a lot easier to maintain a book and tutorials if there are no major UI changes. So it makes me happy, that's fine.
Because I got a black screen. Look. It's continuity camera. If I touch it, thanks, Ian Anderson, coming all the way from Australia. Star of the Volume 8 of Final Cut TV and Austin show. Thanks, Ian.
Are you live?
Yes.
I need to ask you a question.
Steve, want to be on?
He works at a company.
Yes. I will talk to you.
I'll come find you.
Yes, absolutely. So come on over here, Sam. Come on. You're live.
I'm live?
Yeah. So, hang on a second.
What am I doing?
I'm gonna talk to you a second.
Oh, no.
See, look, that's our live monitor right there.
All right.
This is connected via the Mac Pro via continuity camera.
Okay.
But my screen is black over there. I can't see anything. I have to make sure I'm framed up over there.
All right.
So, what did you think about the update to Final Cut?
It is the completion of an idea. Richard, I met you, and you were complaining about a scrolling timeline. And now here we are, after all these years.
I was shocked. Pleasantly.
We're done.
No, we're not done.
We're done. We finished.
We're not done.
This is the end of the story.
We're not done. That's the wine talking. We're absolutely not done. But this is a good, solid update, right?
It is. Deep detection and scrolling timeline in the same release. There it is.
And improved colors, separation between rolls and audio, and some kind of secondary connected storyline that now expands in place. It doesn't jump someplace else. So people, we haven't seen you for a while. Do you have anything to say?
I've been hiding under a rock running marketing at OWC.
You moved to the East Coast, which
I did.
I'm glad about.
I haven't been, it's funny. You're just doing a job, right? And you're working with a team, but it hasn't been necessarily with this team. But also, in a lot of ways, what I've been doing is about designing a hardware ecosystem that basically powers the Mac platform in a lot of ways. So external storage, camera cards, all the things that OWC does, in a lot of ways are the nuts and bolts of what most content creators use to create content.
Right. I've been a fan of OWC for 15 years, maybe. I bought those little clear plastic hard drives, Firewire.
Look, Larry O'Connor, knows more about connecting hardware than any other human in existence. Oh, I got it. There we go.
He's monitoring for me.
All right. Thank you, Brad. Larry O'Connor knows more about hardware and connectivity than probably any single human on the planet that I've met.
Right. Now, I want him to make a rig for the new iPhone camera that has, you can attach a hard drive to and attach lights to and monitor, audio. Because right now we're just rigging all these different parts together. You know what I mean? Holds a hard drive to, because the new iPhones record to SSDs, and I still need Pro Audio at the same time.
Yeah, get the Envoy Electron. You're good to go.
Does it mount a SSD? How do you mount that?
Yeah, so you connect the Electron right in there, and it should work. The Envoy Pro Mini as well should work just fine.
USB-C?
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't tested that with the iPhone yet.
Works great.
Very good. Looking forward to hearing more from you in the coming years.
Well, thanks for having me, Richard. Radio. To be continued.
You were the very first person on Final Cut Pro Radio.
Was that really?
Yes, you were.
I'll be damned.
9 years, January.
Unbelievable.
9 years, January. You were the very first person on Final Cut Pro Radio.
Well, I'm honored. That's amazing. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thanks, Sam.
Good to see you, buddy.
Yep, absolutely. Hey, I'm gonna go talk to Roger. I gotta go talk to Roger. Sorry, can you give me? Make sure I have no idea what I'm doing.
Your one with Ian was perfect.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, but I'll go talk to Roger. I'll kind of look. Roger Bolton, this is really strange. I have to.
Why is it over there?
Because this is continuity camera. This is continuity camera. It's straight black.
Okay.
That's why I have to monitor.
Okay.
Now let me.
Could you do the thing with me tomorrow? Because I'm kind of dead now.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I just wanted to come over and say hi.
Okay.
So just quickly, core mount. You got a new product out because we're live, and I'll come back to do it.
Shot Anvil.
Shot Anvil.
It's been out for a few weeks.
There you go.
Out for a few weeks. It does cutting out people from the background in a really nice, easy way, so that you can color grade the people separately from the background. You can replace the background. It does other stuff as well, but that's the coolest thing it does.
Very good. So we'll talk to you tomorrow during your presentation. It won't be live, it'll just be filmed.
Or you can come find me afterwards in the foyer.
Very good.
Okay.
Thanks, Roger.
Okay.
All right, let's see what else we can get.
So I had a lot of because I got to change read that fresh book. So when I give all those keywords, and I told them, for example, I said I want people to look for like Mr. Beast or Donut Meeting because our demographic. So we're living in an Eiffel Tower. Our content doesn't look like the one from Bible content. Sure. But what happens is they take those keywords, they try, especially nowadays, reporting bias like I'm on Wi-Fi. Thank you for the I'm on Wi-Fi. I came in after a phase conference and I'm not part of it. It's just a I have no control over the bandwidth that I'm getting on the internet. I wound up with my head of which I back, helps the video, try to talk to them. I'm walking around with my iPhone camera on continuity. It's a good thing, but I told Tom, I got to connect you to you're great, you're who you are. This is no reflection. It's a warning. And we had a lot of people who came in with like, I have 20 years of work with that. So that's really what they're looking for. Every role is different. This was a senior role that's supervising I started this, I wasn't expecting like this is the way that it came out. So I sought you out. I said, I'm going to go get a ration of shit. It seems a little I said, I got to go find this child. You weren't like a, like, and then I come over and every time I would
Let's go over and see if I can get. Oh, the bandwidth is very low. I can't control that, but I will rebroadcast this if. Well, I know that the bandwidth is low. I'll rebroadcast it with higher quality. Let's go back to the phone. Hey Torgrim, how you doing? Now, I have nothing on my iPhone screen. It's completely black because it's continuity camera. I have the monitor on the MacBook Pro.
Oh, we're over there. Okay.
But we are live. We are live on Facebook and YouTube.
Hey, Internet.
Chris Hawking. Hey, get out. Oh, there we are over there. Chris Hawking came all the way from Australia specifically for this one update.
I did.
Because you wanted to get rid of scrolling timeline out of right? You wanted to cross it off.
I just went in there on the first day and I just clicked a few buttons, and now you have scrolling timeline. Are you happy?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you sent it to him. This is how you do it.
Yeah, that's right. No, it's been awesome. It's been such a cool conference to come here. It's a lot of money to come from Australia, as you can imagine. But just the Apple Park visit alone is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and it's such an amazing thing to see that campus.
It was. That was one of the main things that I was excited about before I came here, because we were told in 2018 and 2019 we were going to go there, and it morphed into One Infinite Loop, which was good.
Yeah.
Which was good, but this is better.
Oh, it's such an incredible complex. Like, the fact, like, it's so perfect everywhere. Like, there's no handprints on all the glass, despite everything being glass.
Can you believe they clean that glass every day? I can't. I don't.
Well, even when I first walked in, I was like, I'm just gonna do a test. I put like my handprint in and tried to smudge up the thing. By the time I went around again, it was gone. So I don't know but I never saw a single cleaner. I never saw any landscaper or gardeners. But there's not a leaf on a path anywhere.
You're right.
There's not a bit of grass that's out of whack. Like, everything's perfect, but you don't see anyone
no cleaners, no maintenance people.
Yeah.
Even though, like, you see the security out the front, but there's no, like, security walking around or anything. It's just...
That's true.
Yeah.
So I was wondering, with the people that work there, they just think it's a job to them. And we're, like, amazed at this. But they're like, yeah, I just got to go to work every day.
I don't know. I think they'd still be... I think it would still be pretty impressive every morning coming in and...
It would for me and you, but maybe after a couple of years.
Yeah, maybe a couple of years. But I mean, they haven't been... How long's it been open? It's only been open a few years, I guess.
Yeah, because of the COVID thing and all that. They were transitioning and all of a sudden the COVID thing.
Yeah.
So, besides scrolling timeline, do you have any other favorite features?
My favorite feature is one they didn't actually talk about, is the reveal in browser has now been fixed, so it will... Say, for instance, you have a clip in the timeline that belongs to a keyword collection. If that keyword collection's open, now if you reveal in browser, it will go to that keyword collection.
They didn't even mention that.
They didn't have time to mention it, but they showed it in the demo room.
Did they show it? Okay.
So that's amazing.
Can you see the playhead in the browser yet? You know, you do a Shift F and you don't even know where it is.
Well, I guess that's less of an issue if you... Because the biggest problem with like revealing browser currently is that it will always jump back to the event. But now it won't.
I see.
So for example, if you're in your sound effects keyword collection and you are on a sound effects and you reveal in browser, it will not jump back to the event now. It will jump back to whatever keyword that belongs to.
I see.
So yeah, that's a tiny nerdy thing, but
that's important.
That's a really big thing.
And then the separation of the color rolls and the color video was also people were complaining about. It was always taking the color of the audio.
Yeah, exactly. So that's another really important day to day, make your life easier.
And then that thing the secondary storyline connected. I don't know what to call that.
Oh, it has a name. I can't remember what the name was. But yeah, basically, I can't remember what it is in the right click menu, but collapse. I don't know what it is.
I don't know. That's what I mean.
It does. It's in the Apple press room, the official name. But yeah, that's cool because...
It expands in the timeline. It doesn't jump to another place. Like when you double-click on a compound clip, you go to a timeline.
Well, no. Basically, all it does is compresses everything. It's not a compound clip. It compresses everything to a secondary storyline.
But when you expand it, it stays in place. The clips are right below it.
But it does. It basically just... So if you've got a messy secondary storyline with other secondary storylines, gap clips, transitions and stuff, all it does is basically take what you visually see if you play through the thing, compress it down, and you press play and it plays through. You can't jump back to the previous state it was.
But how would you edit it?
Well, it's basically like flattening a multicam clip or stuff like that.
You can't go back and re-edit? Oh, I didn't know that. I thought you could.
No, it basically just cleans up your timeline. It's a one-way clean up your timeline thing.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I thought you could expand it.
No, it's basically as if you were manually doing it. If you've got
you have to adjust it before you close it. Then
there's no opening and closing. It's literally like a timeline cleanup tool.
But I'm saying you have to adjust things before you make that command. Before you.
You don't really need to adjust things. It's literally just cleaning up the timeline. So nothing really changes visually in your edit. Your edit will look, when you press play, it'll be exactly the same content. It's just rather than having, say for instance, you had a simple example is you have 5 clips on secondary storylines and the top 4 of them are disabled. If you did this command with that, those 4 disabled clips will just disappear. They no longer exist. Okay. And you're left with that one clip. And that's essentially what it does.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they said it's coming out this month, which could be any time.
Yeah, we're in person, they told us later this year, but on the press release it's sometime this month.
And they held off the press release until they told us in person.
Yeah.
Because Logic came out 2 hours early or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, don't put out Final Cut Pro, please.
Yeah.
And they didn't. They held out till they told us.
Yeah.
Exclusive news for the Final Cut Pro creation.
Yeah, they really, and that every feature is a pro feature. It's not like these features are they're for us.
Right.
They're the stuff that we wanted, like scrolling timeline.
Right.
all these nerdy little workflow things, and even though they're minor and everyone always wants more and that sort of thing, this is the stuff that makes our day-to-day life so much easier.
Absolutely. And this is 10.7.0. This is the beginning of the 10.7 era.
Yeah.
Not the end, not the entire package, the very beginning.
Yeah.
First steps.
Yeah, and yeah, it's nice. We got tube detection, we got scrolling timelines, and now we just need to think what's the other things that we've been, as a community, complaining about for so long. That'll be what's next. And I can't think off the top of my head what that's going to be, but it'll be those...
Roles-based mixer would be nice.
Eventually, yeah. I mean, obviously that will eventually come, but what form?
People forget we had a mixer in Final Cut Pro 7.
Yeah.
It wasn't that well used, but it was there.
Yeah. But yeah, I think they'll imagine it differently and, yeah, come up with a different philosophy and how it all works, but yeah.
Can't wait. But, you know, the energy in this Creative Summit is really high. It really is compared to the other ones. The other ones are always good. For some reason, this one is even higher.
It's because there's like 90% Australians here.
Well, that's true. No, you're right. And every time I turn around, so you're from Australia, you're from Australia. Besides the guys, you guys that I know from the TV, you know, when I put you on the show, it's like every time I turn around, another.
Yeah.
They don't have a quota.
Even like one of the guys at the Apple demo room, I was showing to him, I was like, wait, you're Australian too? He's like, yeah.
And then Luke used to be, right?
Yeah.
Now he moved back.
Yeah, so yeah, a lot of Australians. But yeah, it's been such a positive event. It's been so fun. There's so many awesome people.
Yeah, I was really glad when you said you were coming. I'm glad you...
Oh, it's been awesome to be here. Very expensive. And if I was going to do it differently, I probably would have planned it differently in terms of accommodation and stuff.
Sure.
But yeah, totally worth the trip.
Yeah. Very good. Thank you very much, Chris.
Thank you. Thank you, Internet. See ya.
Come over here.
All right.
Now this is weird. Continuity camera.
Yeah.
But the screen is black. I got to monitor my MacBook
Boom,
Pro.
there it is. I see us.
So
looks good.
Finally, we're on live, Final Cut TV live.
Yeah.
Facebook, YouTube, Twitter.
Wow. Okay, there's a lot of eyeballs here.
There is, absolutely. So I have to keep looking back over there and make sure we're in the screen.
Yeah, it looks good.
So what do you think about the update?
I'm very excited that we got an update. I am excited for the future of Final Cut Pro. I would love a few even bigger features, but I know the Final Cut team is hard at work. So, but I'm extremely excited for the collapsible secondary storyline. I think that's going to change the game, and I wish I could use it today.
Well, at some point it's going to be this month, they said.
Yeah.
Now I got to tell you something. I interview a lot of people. You're the only person that's taller than me so far.
Yeah.
So far, because most people are here or down below.
Right.
So what about the scrolling timeline?
Scrolling timeline is exciting. I could really see the benefits. Oh, we got stuff going on here.
5 minute warning, 5 minutes, and we gotta get out of it.
Oh, okay, 5 minute warning. So, I'm very excited for the scrolling timeline, specifically for the feature of using the voiceover tool in Final Cut Pro, because that's just going to keep scrolling and you'll keep on recording, and I think that's what Steve Martin's excited about. We're all excited about that.
Well, I edit with the waveform.
Yeah.
You know?
Right, yeah.
You know, I know when somebody does an
Yep.
I know the form.
100%.
And I can watch it.
Yeah.
But if the play heads off the screen,
you can't do anything. And now you could potentially make cuts in real time and just keep deleting the footage as you go.
Yes.
They want to kick us out, but we're having too much fun. I don't even know what time. It's 8:30. Yeah.
It was 9 o'clock.
I don't know. They're cutting us short. We've got too much energy here.
It's a lot of energy in this one.
Yeah. Oh, it's been so great. The level of energy people are bringing, and people are asking amazing questions at the different presentations and stuff. It's been just a really amazing event.
A lot of good presentations. Your presentation was really good on the
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I videotaped a small portion of everybody that I tried to.
Great.
So I'll send
Looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah. Well, I recorded it on my Lumix S5 Mark II X.
Yeah.
Which is full frame in 6K open gate.
Wow.
So
this is the highest quality I've ever had in a session.
It's really good in low light.
Yeah,
That's
great.
why I brought that camera.
That's great. I can't wait to see it in open gate.
Open gate. It's like a 3x2.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love it.
You can use both vertical.
Yeah, you'll be set. That's amazing.
Very good.
Yeah, what did you think of the update? Did you already say that on here?
Oh, absolutely. I've been talking. I did 2 live streams, one last night, one this morning.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Richard.
Absolutely.
Have a great day. Like, subscribe, do all the stuff you got to do.
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Can I get you before they throw us out of here? I thought we were on till 9 o'clock. Oh, I'm sorry. This one. All right. We had a comment about Hey Dylan. Final Cut Bro, we just had him on. It was really good. Now we can hear you. I have 2 microphones. I have this microphone, and my microphone should be coming in here. It should be. This one should be on. Maybe it's not. I'll make sure I talk into this one as well. All right, so I'm going to walk around a little bit more. They're kicking this out. This is going to be over. Like I said, if it was choppy, I will reproduce this video and put it out on the internet later. Let me walk around a little bit before they throw us out of here. We're still live. We're still live. You're allowed to be on camera. You want it on your face? You want it on. I have to. This is the strangest way I've ever live streamed before.
Are we live? We're live?
Yeah, we're on Twitter and Facebook.
And the whole world is wishing they were here with us, right?
Well, a lot of the Final Cut Pro community is
Yeah.
So did you like the presentation yesterday?
I had so much fun. It was so beautiful. I mean, even the grounds and the way they had the fruit trees and the different types of grasses and the beautiful, what they call the ring.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
It was nice. And all the employees were amazing. Today was great.
The energy level is just incredible.
Yeah.
This summer.
We're here with all our friends.
Absolutely. I told everybody this morning that you had obtained cream for my coffee last night. That whole scenario. That's a big deal to me.
It is.
It was so good this morning. I was such a happy mood when I woke up this morning. I had cream for my coffee.
I know. I was thinking about you because I was in my room. I was actually working managing media all morning, but I had cream in my coffee, and I'm thinking I'll bet Richard's having cream in his coffee too.
Yes. Very strong coffee with a lot of cream.
Yeah.
That's the way I do it.
Well, you know, the moral of the story is you have to go to these events and you have to do it in person because it's not the same as a Zoom call, and all our friends are here, and the people that we just know and love and work with long distance, they're all here in person. And
Absolutely.
Richard, you're amazing.
You're amazing, Serena. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's the name of the game. Lots of hugs.
That's right. I got this camera, and then I got this camera. This one, which is the MacBook camera. But they're chasing us out of here, though.
Say goodnight to everybody.
Good night, everybody. Like I said, if thank our sponsors, Hedge and Coremount. I'm going to videotape Hedge's presentation tomorrow. I videotaped them today. I'm going to videotape Coremount tomorrow. We'll make sure that goes up. And I'll see. Only handheld. Okay, thank you for that. I don't know why. They're going to throw us out of here.
Yeah, we gotta go.
We gotta go. Let's go.
Well,
Alex.
We can try something.
Say a quick hi.
They're happy about the possibilities. They see the possibilities. So it's been really good that way.
Did you do any public announcements today that you can talk? Well, we're live on Facebook.
Yes.
And you did?
Yeah, we did.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, so we introduced PostLab. That's camera right there?
Yes, it
Very
is.
good.
We're monitoring there. It's just weird, but that's continuity camera going to my MacBook, and that's broadcasting.
No, that's perfect. Yeah. So thank you, Richard. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, today we introduced the next generation of PostLab early access preview, and PostLab gave you before the idea of library locking, versioning, and an activity log. But now, in this version of PostLab, not only do you get those for Final Cut Pro, you get those for any creative app under the sun. So
I saw that.
Yeah.
Notes and Pages,
Blender, Unity. You add it to PostLab, and you're going to get versioning, locking, activity logging. But then we took it to the next level, particularly for the Final Cut Pro community, and now you get event locking.
That's amazing. When you said that, I was amazed that you guys have done that.
Super excited about that possibility.
Is there a new pricing model?
Currently, no, but
okay.
When those numbers are out, we will definitely.
Okay. That's why I didn't want to say anything. I wasn't sure what's public versus what we saw in the presentation.
Yes.
So what did you think about the update to Final Cut Pro?
Oh, fantastic! And I know a couple of those items are on your list for quite some time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that scrolling timeline is.
I was shocked, pleasantly shocked it came out in 10.7 because I've been waiting for so long, and that is finally here. I was like, wow. But isn't the energy level of this Creative Summit really high? It seems like it's higher than the other ones I've been to.
I would say, seriously, by and large, this is probably the best I've ever seen it.
Yeah.
So really, really happy to FMC and Apple for making this possible.
Yes, and also the Final Cut Pro team handled so much energy yesterday, and
yes.
they were looking, you can just tell they were very exuberant about what's out now and what's possibly coming out.
They were glad to have us, and we were glad to be there, so
absolutely.
What more can you ask for?
So where can people find out more about the new version of Edge?
PostLab.
PostLab, sorry.
PostLab, yeah. So we don't have any public-facing documents
Okay.
on that yet because it was an exclusive but not a secret early access preview. But shortly you're going to find more information on hedge.video/PostLab.
Okay.
And then likely we will be publishing the documents on how to access the beta or to sign up for the beta track for PostLab on docs.hedge.video.
And do you think it'll be out this year? Something will happen in 2023 yet?
I would be surprised if you don't see something by the end of 2023, yeah.
Okay, great,
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, the team's made tremendous amount of progress. Jasper Taco, Simon Group, just excellent work, and we're excited to see it when it comes out, see what you make of it.
Absolutely, and you guys are, I'm always like your presence here at the Creative Summit.
Oh, thank you, Richard.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And NAB as well, but here, this is my favorite because it's Final Cut Pro concentrated.
Absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
No, thank you so much, Richard.
Thank you.
A pleasure.
All right, that was our other sponsor here for the Creative Summit, Hedge. it's a little hectic here today, so we will see what the video looks like. I have a local recording of it. I don't know why my lapel mic's not working. It's lit up. Anyway, somebody said I'm ready. We're going to sign off. I'm going to look at the video. I have a local recording. If it was too spotty, I'll put up a new version of it. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I'll probably see you tomorrow morning. Thanks.